my friend, yeah. Let's see here. I just had a student of mine point out the magic mushrooms. They are 5 years old. We're playing guitar. He's like, I told him my superpower was being able to do music. And they're like, is it because of the magic mushrooms? And I didn't know this was up behind me. I didn't even think about it. And I said, yes, it is because of the magic mushrooms. His mom laughed, I hope. I heard a chuckle. Might have been a chuckle. Anywho, kids are cute. When I'm playing, I owe it all to practice, not magic mushrooms. Although, I don't know. I guess on some level you could say maybe they help. But that's not what we're here for today. We're here to talk about music. If you are a subscriber to this channel, thank you for being here. If you have any questions about what's going on, wonderful. I do have a student coming up here in just a little minute, but I have to do some recaps to cover my bases for our students. If you are one of my students, what I do for you is you get a 30-minute session onto which where you could do anything, ask me anything. Sometimes I have all types of students, actually. Sometimes I have students that want to learn how to play things. Other times I have students that just want to hang out. They just kind of want a relationship outside of what they're doing, and I provide that. I'm there for a half an hour for some people. Sometimes people are a little lonely too. So the way I feel is I kind of provide a service that extends from music, and I do other stuff, and I try to make everybody that I teach happy. I've got 30 plus students, and they range from being able to understand just basic music theory to being able to do composures, to awesomeness. I don't know. I've got a lot of students that kind of learn how to do different things. My favorite thing to do is to teach music theory as far as how to use tertiary harmony, how to use the major and minor harmonic progression, and then how to go through ideas and then write your own music. So if you're playing the same C major over and over, at least listen to some of the videos on this channel which talk about what a triad is, how these two harmonies are called dyads, and if we switch them up and put them over the top of other chords, like, they might not sound great going one way, but the other way, they might sound beautiful. So what we do is we try to experiment with this and see what's going on. There are many other people that are on the YouTube that we have kind of made friends with. So while you're watching this, I'll give some shout outs to Alley Patches, Rich New Design with Wes. We've got a couple people like Dan Anderson, Shredder over there, throwing down some amazing riffs all day, every day. Other than that, some of the people that got us into this was Mr. Michael Songs and Maria, which is totally cool. Hey, Zeronium, how goes it to you? Lou Official, very nice to have you over here. SK Junker, I said hi too. Jesus is king? Not on this channel, I'm king. So, as far as what I do here, teach a little bit of music theory and try to wrap it up with something fun, answering questions and having people experiment with different concepts so I can explain what progressions like this are. They're called canon. Doesn't matter what key you're in when you're moving. Oh, hey, Jordan. Yeah, we don't do this on that channel. This channel is not for you, I guess. This isn't for Jesus. Jesus doesn't belong on this channel. So when we're doing C, D minor, E minor, F major, the G major, A minor, B diminished, and C, going through uniformly a lot of really cool things. And then the idea is we want to be able to figure out what C major feels like with A minor. What does it feel like to have A minor and then C major? Moving around these cool different inversions is going to help us to write a little bit, and then becoming fluid with what this means on this channel is a necessity. So if you are watching right, all I want to say is I've got a couple minutes between students. I've got my next student here at 5:40, and then up till then I get to have fun playing on here with my music community. So if you're new to here, go ahead and sibbed up, and once you're sibbed up, let's have fun. Thanks for sibbing up, Smoke Foots. Oh, Fools? I like that even better. I thought that was a T. Smoking Foots? That's also a good screen name. Smoking Fools. I'm a smoking fool. I could be totally wrong, but I'm a smoking fool. I could be totally wrong. Hey, where's everybody at? It's pretty hot out there, isn't it? If you're on the mainland. What's up, SK? Uh-oh. I don't want to scroll anything. I just want to use YouTube. I would say go into the night with Allie and Wes. It's coming up here very shortly, if you're an adult, 18 years old or over. And if you're a experienced kind of guy or looking for the typical action as a gal, maybe you would check it out. Other than that, it's just a bunch of adults doing adult stuff. Taking a request, but I definitely need to do one of my recap videos. So this is what I do for a job. If you want to watch it, great. If not, find another channel. There's all sorts of awesome stuff out there. I get the pleasure of doing a recap video for one of my students, and believe it or not, I'm just going to be able to do we didn't really do much today. I just hung out with him and we wrote a song. So I want to make sure that I could play that song and explain it back to them and have them watch it and have fun with life. Here we go. Make sure I'm in tune though. Close enough for music. Aloha! Hey, it was really good seeing you today. I'm gonna miss you for the next month or so, but I hope you have a wonderful time. I also was kind of into planes when I was younger, believe it or not. I never got to go to any air shows, but when I was about 18, I worked for a gentleman named Dan Belmont, and he had a catering service, and we always used to do events at the air show down at Lambert's Field in Missouri. So I got to spend a lot of time watching biplanes and some double propellers come down, but I used to make planes when I was younger, like put together. So it's really cool that you enjoy that, man. I'm very, very stoked for you. As far as the music aspect, try to hit this video one time over the next month or so. And the whole idea is I want you to play the song that we just kind of created and see that rhythms work in progressions. We did something really cool that we haven't done before, and I want to point that out and make sure that you understand the difference. Cool. So today we played in the key of G major. Now our G major and then our B minor seem to be kind of a hard movement. That is our one chord, G major, which goes to an A minor, and then it goes to a B minor. Reason being, we have an F sharp. That F sharp, when we play, that's part of the B minor. When we play this, that is B, D sharp, and then F sharp, and then we flatten this to get our median. So this gives us a minor. Here's our D natural rather than a D sharp. When we play this here, we're gonna be moving through our B is over the top here, B, and then we've got our F sharp, and then of course F sharp on bottom and B. The reason why I suggested playing your G like this, using the E shape, is by playing this groove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. When we're doing that, it's easier to go back and forth between these bar chords, believe it or not, because they are bar chords. They exhibit the same shape, and then we just move it up and back a whole fretting. So when it's diminishing from this position and going back, your hands get used to going back and forth. Well, don't let this be lost on you. The mechanism doesn't have to make sense. You can just do E, A minor, F major, A minor, F sharp, B flat minor, G major, B minor, G sharp, C minor, A minor, C sharp minor. See what I'm saying? And you just keep going on and on with that. That builds your hand strength. That, along with spider exercises, and then utilizing your chord shapes that we've been going over in 2 different fingers. When you're able to move not just one at a time, and you can move them all in one fell swoop, it becomes a lot easier to move this anywhere and make a bar chord and get a chord out. And essentially what we're doing, we're using something called the cage system that we've talked about. But for this week, what I really want you to do is watch this next video and just play along with your song, or this song that we were making. I'm gonna do a quick refresh so it's not so foreign when we get to it. We have an E minor. You know, I misspoke. This isn't in the key of G, it's in the key of D. Ooh-wee. We're gonna start off on the minor second, and then we're gonna be going to the 5 chord, the A, and then we're gonna return to the 1. Well, not return, but we're gonna fall back into our 1, and then turn that into a dominant by moving our tonic down a whole step. We're gonna get our minor 7th, not our major 7th. We don't want it to be happy. It's gonna be a minor 7th. Hi Gretchen, how are you doing? What notes are in a B chord? The B, D sharp, and F sharp. So when we're playing over the top of this and getting our dominant 7, we're gonna go back to the E minor, and then we're gonna be able to go all the way to the A again. And here's what I wanted to point out. Rather than playing an F sharp minor, we played an F major. Now, there is no F major in the key of D. We have D major, E minor, F sharp minor, G major, A major, B minor, C sharp diminished, then back to D. Remember, you can play A7 rather than that C sharp diminished, but I'm super stoked that you worked that one out. And yes, it is hard to go back and forth, but that's what this is. You'd be like A major, C sharp diminished, A major, C sharp diminished. And believe me, when you do these teeter-totter exercises, they allow your fingers to find those notes much more efficiently. That's how the practice of the practicing the practice works. Teeter-totters and spider exercises are there for a reason. With my teaching practice, I have 95% success rate. I'm so super happy about that. So one of the really cool things you're gonna be able to do with this is change the rhythm or tempo any way you want, buddy. So while you're on vacation, please check this out. Try to do this song. This is the A part. E minor to the A, now to the D major. Remember, while you're doing this, keep this rhythm hand going, just like our exercises. Here's where our F major comes in. And I noticed you were doing your F like this. Fine. Maybe move this one over to here and then include the C there and the F. And let the tip top of that finger mute the E string so you're not getting a horrible E over the top. That turns this F major into an F major 7. It's fine. It is a chord. It sounds great this way. But it sounds a little funky doing it this way because that low E just takes over the whole chord. So, when we play this, try to do the bar chord, get that fanciness going on. If not, play this one and maybe try and put another bass note in there, the C. It just makes it an inversion. It makes it a second inversion. And then after the F, we're gonna be clearly going to another, a weird chord. We're playing an E sus, 2, 1, 2, and we're sharing a measure. That's the first time. I'm gonna play a little faster so we can get through here. I really dig that. I think that's a great little movement. That's our A form, the verse. The B form is going to be going to the G major and then to the B minor. Remember how this was hard to move back and forth? That's why earlier I suggested trying the bar chord going back and forth. And then we played a D and then an F major and E major. There's no point to just make your fingerings again. Just scoot this whole thing down. You're using the shape. And then after there, we have a flat 7. Now, good job. There is no C natural in the key of D. D, E, F sharp. Hi, Jeff. G, A, B, C sharp, D. So when we use the minor 7th, but we play it as a C major, it gives some pretty cool stuff. And I think we decided to do this C sharp diminished D, and we're right back to the head again. So I'm gonna play you a little backing track. Play along with it while you're on vacation, and we'll see you when you return. Aloha, buddy. Cool. So that was for, hey, Camp. So that was for one of my little rock stars. He's 14 years old. All he wants to do is play Metallica, and I love it. But the idea is there are much other cool things. So what I'm trying to do is influence them to write songs using the circle of fifths. And, you know, if I could get 15 to 20 minutes of focus out of somebody while doing this, that's it. How's everybody doing here? Sorry about being distanced there. Let me look here. Gretchen, thanks for being here. If you are not already a member like Gretchen is, please sign up. Support me in my dream. A couple bucks go a long way. I get to fix all these instruments and give them out to my students. Let's see here. What notes are in a B chord? I answered that. B, D, D sharp and F sharp make a major. B, D and F sharp make a minor. B, D and F natural make a B diminished. And then B, D sharp and F double sharp. G make a D augmented. And then you can add tertiarily or tertiary notes in thirds, whether major or minor, to get extended notes like sevenths or nines and stuff like that. Let's see. Thank you, buddy. Sorry, I just realized you're doing a video. Oh, I don't mind chiming in. It just might be weird for one of my students to be like, what are they talking about? But then again, they know I'm a little bit chaotic, so to say the least. Jeffrey, yeah, as always, it's good to see you, buddy guy. Gary, good to see you. Good to see you. I cannot get that puppet out of my head. Think about it all week. Anywho, and I enjoyed sports this week. And if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. But I would say go check, if you're an adult over the age of 18, go check out Rich New Design or Alley Patches or Mr. Camp G Maze channel. Lots of fun. All of us art, music, and just laughs, pretty much. Let's see here. I'm gonna upload that to the YouTubes. I had to cancel my YouTube thing here and get rid of the app and then re-download it. I'm not able to go live on my iPad, which really bums me out. What you do? It bums me out. Video, there we go. Allow access, yeah. What's going on here? So I'd like to play their little backing track right now. Hang out, do a little bit of nonsense. After uploading this, Evan, recap. So as I was saying, for each one of my students, they get a 30-minute lesson and then I do a recap. We go over the subject they were doing and I hopefully, you know, people are fickle. They're not gonna watch these videos. I get to see how many times my students watch the videos. You'd be surprised at the kids that are like, do-do-do-do-do-do. They've watched the same video like 50, 60 times. Other videos have 1 or 2 views. So I can always tell which students are actually gonna watch it and do it. And it blows my mind that practice does make perfect. 5 minutes every day, no matter what it is, will change the way you view life. Recap, making your own song. Song. Making your own song. Part 1, backing track to follow. Hey. Wow. I introduced my student here to Zappa, and they were not impressed. Blew my mind. Muffin Man? What a great dude. Anybody not know Muffin Man? Girl, you thought it was a man, but it was a muffin. Has this melody lead. So good. If anybody hasn't seen that, check out Mr. Frank Zappa. Let's see here. I'm sure they're gonna like this video. And let's give him a little backing track so he could hang out with it. I'm just gonna go, how do I do this? Video? Oh, you can't do shorts on an iPad? Well, holiday to you. Holiday! All right, well, I'll just record it for a minute or so. I don't know if I've ever done any Madonna on this channel. Maybe that should be something I do. Yeah, Muffin Man, right? Girl, you thought it was a man, but it were a muffin. Yeah, here's Evan's backing track. It's not that great. I got kind of lost. My computer's in the way. Yeah, and usually I don't edit or do 2 takes, but this is for a student. I need to concentrate. Concentrate. Oh, I can't even see my fingers. What's going on here? I know what's going on. It's that devil. There it is. Hey, hey. go through that a couple times, see if you could play over the top of it, all right? I'm gonna do just the A part here a couple times over it, devoid of form. See if you can jump on it. The whole idea behind this is over the top, E minor, A major, D major, D minor. In the beginning, you can play E minor, pentatonic or natural minor. Either one works. Or we could play up G. We've been working on these scales, so all of the dyads that are inside G major, all of the notes that are inside work. When we go to the A, you can play your F sharp minor pentatonic, or you can play over the top of your A major. Working through your bar chord notes, knowing that the same scale that you used to play G major is the same scale you could use to play A. When we go to the D, right above A, we have our D major. So all of these different locations, understanding where our notes were on the circle of fifths, C, G, D, A, E, B, F sharp, C sharp, give us a location where we can do these chords and mechanisms. Off the top of my head, a little something might be like it allows us to move through that open E, slide up to G. Now we're in A, so do the same thing in A, open A, pass the B to C sharp, E to F sharp, A. You can move forward from your C sharp to D. You can get your A in there. You can put your A. So all of these things that we've learned as far as the pentatonic and like working different patterns. All these different things that we've been practicing on that started off just like using pentatonic notes. This is where we put those different patterns together. Cool. So I'm going to play that mechanism just a little slower, and then I'm going to have you go over this and hit wrong notes, hit the wrong ones. Because eventually, if you keep your fingers over the 1, 2, 3, and 4 like we've been working on, eventually the right finger is going to hit the right mechanism because we only have 3 patterns. We've got our half step to whole step, we have our whole step to half step, and then we have our whole step, whole step. Every single scale and every single modus is based off of that concept. Cool? Here comes that backing track on our A section. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, in the same regard from being able to play our E minor over the top of our G major or our E minor. Same thing works for A major and F sharp minor because they're relative major and minor. When we play the D major, don't let it be lost on you, we can play B natural minor. When we play our B natural minor, no matter where we do it, we can use our pentatonic systems that we've used. Our B backs up with our A, so we can use our A. Remember, we're just trying to see what quadrants fit together. We've already done the finger work on this, now it's just working over and over again. That's the whole idea behind practicing the practice of practicing and then doing different patterns with different types of picking techniques and different speeds and different keys with different ideas. The whole purpose is to do this over and over again. I guarantee you, when we do this like 6, 7, 8, 10, 15 times, Metallica is going to make a lot more sense. Anyway, it was good seeing you today. I will see you when you return back from your vacation. I hope you enjoy yourself. Have fun at the air show, and we'll see you soon. Aloha. What a cutie. Hi, Mike Harris. How goes it to you? How about that Kamala Harris? Does anybody talk about Kamala Harris anymore? Let's see here. Dope. It's a jam band guy. Yeah. What up, Dope? Do you like the jam bands? Would you like to hear a jam band song? Could try something interesting. I haven't done anything like, I haven't done any Mo. Never done a Mo song in here. I don't know if I've done any widespread or anything. Who is texting me asking if Steph Bade? Yeah. There we go. We're good for a lesson. Cut, but I need to go talk to a parent for a second. Give me 30 seconds. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I got a couple students that, you know, I thought they're going to be out of town. They're not. Oh, buddy. Let's see here. I need to record one more recap video, which is groovy. Oh, that's why it's using so much energy. Because there's every app I have open. I wish I knew how to work technology. I feel so bummed out I don't. It's all right. It's getting there. Let's see what we're doing. Did the Commodores this morning, Lady. I don't remember a note of it. It was like, Lady. I did a whole song. I don't remember any of it. So what you want to me. Lionel Richie. Amazing. And you are truly what you are. I want to be able to pick new videos from this, and you know what? I am really disappointed in my YouTube app. I'm just really bummed out. I don't know what to say. You know? I just record. All of these things that we've learned as far as the we play the D major, don't look with different types of picking techniques and different speeds and different
I guess it
keys
did
with
make it.
different
I'm a goofball. I guess.
All right, if there's anybody out there in TV land, I'm not going to be able to play for an hour and a half or something. I do have a student that I get the privilege to teach. I didn't know they were in town. They're going to be here at 5 o'clock, so I'm going to be here for another half an hour, a few hours working on some music. And you would like some advice and or you've got questions about what's going on musically here, maybe I could help you. If you are in the comment section and you have a green name, I will help you as much as possible because that means you're a member and you support this channel, so I support you. Everybody else that's just voyeuring, I hope that you enjoy a little bit of this awesomeness and take it back to your own musicianship. And if you don't like this channel, I hope that you really find something else that really toots your fancy. Other than that, I really do hope you have a great day. And we don't talk about too much on this channel besides music. So, one, my channel, I'll talk about whatever I want. Two, keep it classy and clean, would ya? Got students that watch this. Evan, recap. Hey, part 2, backing track. Try these ideas. That's not what I said, but that's close enough. Oh, truly, truly. Hi, wife. How you doing there? Tell you what, I'm just knocking out a couple of my recap videos for some of the students, making sure that I get all that stuff in there. And I want to be able to provide a little bit of airtime if somebody has nothing going on, maybe to hang out, ask questions. Other than that, I don't know, just enjoy stuff. Let's see here. Da, da, da. Will D! How are you doing, buddy? Tell you what, I have not let the dopers infiltrate my day. Do. Let's see. I got those two off. Let's see what else we have to do. All right. Gagey, how you doing, buddy? It's been a little minute. How you doing? How's life? Hope it's not as stressful. Seems like life has been, at least for me, this last month has been ridiculous. Ridiculous! All right, my next little student's 5 years old. I gotta tell you, super cute. Can't sit still, has a question about everything. I'm doing my best to answer everything. Listens to one thing, off to another right away. It's really cute. Here we go. 1, 2, aloha, little buddy. It was really good seeing you today. We did a great job on the drums. I don't want you to be so timid. Next time we get on the drum set, just beat that thing. We're gonna make some noise and have fun with percussion. So the one thing I really want you to do is I want you to continue with your spider exercises. Remember, spidey exercises make your fingers stronger and it makes all this more enjoyable in the long run. When we play our first finger on the first fret, our secondary finger on the second fret, our third finger on the third fret, and then our pinky, which is going to be considered our fourth finger, on the fourth fret. We're going to want to move these digits beep boop beep boop beep boop beep beep boop beep boop beep boop beep over and over and over and over again until the cows moo 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 come home. The whole idea behind this little buddy guy is it allows us to mobily move our fingers anywhere we want. Now, this exercise lets me know a couple different things about you. One, can you follow direction? Can you move your fingies? Can you go, hey, Wago, why am I doing this? And then I can explain to you, because it makes your fingers stronger. You don't have to remember anything besides 1, 2, 3, 4 and all downstrokes. So this week, I want you to be able to play spidey exercises. Now, I know you're not going to be able to play them as fast as me. I've been doing this for 100 trillion years. What we do want you to do is do this. Take a really big breath, hold it inside your center, let it go any way you feel like. Release. Take that first finger, put it on the first fret, and do a downstroke. Now, I'm playing right here in the middle so I can show you, but you're not going to play in the middle. You're at best going to play over the top of the sound hole or back towards the bridge or the saddle. The closer you go to the nut, the harder it gets to play rhythm. Not that you can't, it's just a little weird. So bring it on back, downstroke, 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 downstroke. Take a deep breath and let's move those fingers. So in addition to trying these spider exercises, all I'd really like you to do is get super familiar with your pick and the strings above your sound hole. Oh, and very astute observation. My sound hole looks like a pick. And honestly, I knew it wasn't a circle, but I never put 2 and 2 together. You opened my eyes today. Thank you very much. The sound hole does look like a pick. Cool. So by doing downstroke, downstroke, we are counting time. 1, 2, 3, potato. When we say these things in music, you can make them say anything like baseball, pineapple, spaceship, Neverland. It doesn't matter. The idea is you want to be able to keep this thing called rhythm or tempo. And more importantly, it's like a pulse. It's like the waves crashing into the shore or your heart beating in your chest. The whole idea is we're looking for that pulse to give us some sort of feel of movement. The original music in all creation is just energy. Regardless of how that energy vibrates, it's all part of the same thing, the whole. So by doing this and keeping a constant, you're expressing your pick on your 6th string, the D string. So when you go all the way to the opposite side and hit this note, it's called the high E. This is our 1 string. 1 string. The string next to it is called the B, which is our 2 string. When we play our 3rd string, as we count it down, 1, 2, 3, it's our G string. The G string, yes, E, B, G, D. Wait a minute. If this is our 1 string, this is our 2 string, and this is our 3 string, what string is this? 4 string. Our 4 string is the D string. When we go to the 5th, it's an A. Boom! 440. Such a great wavelength. And then when we get our E, we are playing a low E. Now, in the next week or two, I'm going to teach you how to play a chord like this and like this, maybe a chord like this, gee golly whiz, a chord like this. You're going to see triangles, you're going to see box shapes, and all sorts of fun stuff. But for this week, downstroke, 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 downstroke. When you get tired of doing this and you're like, Wago, this is boring, move on to the next exciting string, the 5 string. And then the next exciting string, dare I say, the 3 strings, super exciting. 2 string, yay, 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 and then 1 string. Here's what it could look like fast. Now going slow, it will look like this, right? But that's what I want you to do this week. Try and do your Spidey exercises, get all the way through, and then next week, show me what your superpower is. It was good seeing you. Aloha. Such a cutie. He's 5 years old, he's full of energy. Man, I don't even remember what the world looked like when I was 5. I don't even remember knowing how to do anything until I was like 14. I'm a dummy. I remember like being dumb when I was a kid and wondering why things were so weird and hard. Wago's a ton of playlists this year. Yeah, I got, yeah, my goal is to edit a video. I have 12,000 videos. I've never edited one. You know, that might not be true. I might have tried editing and quit because editing just wasn't my bag. I had an IT person that hopefully they're okay. I haven't spoke to them in a little minute. Fish sticks. That's good. Let's see who's live. Oh, Into the Night. Wes and Allie. If you're not doing anything right now, if you're watching this and you're an adult, go check out Allie Patches. ALLIE hyphen Patches. PATCHES. Yes. And let's see here. I'm going to upload a video from my student here. Cutie.
Aloha, little buddy. It was real.
And Kenzo. He was pointing out the magic mushrooms behind me. How funny. I didn't know what he was talking about, but I agreed with him. Kenzo recap. Counting quarter notes. Playing open strings. The names of the strings. So I give every student that I have, regardless of what we do, an update or a recap on what we had done. I name it, so if they don't watch it now, they could go back. And then if I don't have them as a student in my current register, I make that all public for this channel. I would say out of the time I've been teaching, out of the 12,000 videos that are on this channel, probably 4,000 of them are just student exercises that range anywhere from 5 minutes to 25 to an hour, depending on what the student was and what they're doing. The idea is if you are playing the banjo and you're like, I have no clue where to turn, and there's a banjo student on here that had 20 lessons, that's 20 free lessons you could get just to go through majors, minors, rhythms, pluckings, forward rolls, backward rolls, how to use the plectrum strum, what's the difference between bluegrass and clawhammer. There's just a plethora of information that is free and you don't have to pay for it. And if you want to, I would love for you to subscribe and become a member. Throw a buck or two my way and it really helps in the long run. I'll tell you what, it really do. It really do. Boy, do it. Boy, do it. And you know what? I could be playing music right now. I see that somebody's watching. Do you guys want to hear a song? Or if you're a musician or have a YouTube channel, would you like to drop your link? I'd really like for you to become a subscriber so at least we could see you there. If you make good comments and you're super nice and you moderate the channel as well, might make you a moderator. Everybody who's a musician gets a wrench as long as you've been with the channel for a little minute. And then we really want you to just be a part of the music community and hang out with us. You know what I'm saying? think I got all of my updates done. I think it's time for a fresh new set of strings. Those are sounding good and dull. I really appreciate everybody coming out here. If you are a subscriber and a member, I thank you. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe, hang out. And if you have a YouTube channel, throw that link in the description below and I will get to those channels and check you out. Really just trying to spread music awareness and community amongst our YouTube friends here. If you are in the channel right now and you have a YouTube channel, throw your link down below. And if you're a musician, by the way, ask for a special wrench after you've been here for a little minute. Once we recognize your name, we'll definitely put you on part of the roster. And then check out the rest of the channel for a whole bunch of music related stuffs. I get the privilege of teaching right now, so I'm gonna go grab my student. Aloha. Oh, by the way, Rachel, thank you for moderating. My knife. Keep on rolling, hello! What's up, TLC? TLC, you know what? Have you ever heard of the band En Vogue?
I think.
They were kind of around the time of En Vogue. They had a couple songs. I don't know if it's appropriate to sing for you, but one was like, giving him something he can feel. It's like a doo-woppy song. So good. Wasn't as good as Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls, though. All right. Anybody who's still here, thank you for hanging out. We'll see you soon. Aloha to you. Check out the channel, why don't you? And subscribe. Become my friend, my friend.